Emotional intelligence is a way of recognizing, understanding, and choosing how we think, feel, and act. It shapes our interactions with others and our understanding of ourselves. It defines how and what we learn. It allows us to set priorities. It determines the majority of our daily actions. Research suggests it is responsible for as much as 80% of the success in our lives. IQ, also known as intelligence quotient, is a score that comes from a standardized intelligence test. IQ measures visual and spatial processing, working memory, short-term memory, and quantitative reasoning. Whereas EQ, also known as emotional quotient, measures an individual's ability to evaluate and express emotions. This includes a person's own emotions and the emotions of others. In short, IQ measures how people learn and process information, whereas EQ measures how people apply emotional knowledge. Anybody can become angry, that is easy. But to be angry with the right person and to the right degree and at the right time, and for the right purpose and in the right way, that is not within everybody's power and is not easy. The one who has mastered this surely has more EQ, and obviously his life is filled with success, calmness, and prosperity. Let us understand with an example. Imagine you're interviewing John and Jim for a job opening. Let's assume it's for a position they could both do relatively well. John has the brain, but Jim has the charisma. Who would you rather work with every day? The guy who is so smart you probably couldn't have a normal conversation with, or the guy who is enthusiastic and brings an incredible energy to the office? We all would rather work with someone we can socialize with. While being smart is important, having strong social skills is invaluable. Let us explore 5 categories of emotional intelligence. 1. Self-awareness. Are you in touch with your own feelings? Can you recognize the emotions you're experiencing and how they affect you? Self-awareness is having the ability to understand your own emotional strengths and weaknesses, what motivates you, and how your emotions impact your decision-making and behavior. In order to unlock your potential, you must have confidence and competence. In other words, you know who you are and the unique value you provide. There is a wonderful method for increasing self-awareness. Think of yourself as dead. You have lived your life. Now, take what's left, what comes to your mind. Which are the emotions or regrets that come to your mind? Do this little activity daily and you will realize soon that your self-awareness is really growing. You can now understand and notice even your little emotion, that too, simultaneously at the time it arrives into your mind. The more your awareness increases, the more your EQ will be grown. 2. Self-regulation. Do you have self-control? Can you manage your impulses? Self-regulation requires discipline. This factor of emotional intelligence means learning how to control your negative emotions, adapt to change, and stay focused on your goals. Anger is one of those emotions that can sometimes spiral out of control, and however how hard we try, we can become engulfed by animosity as a result of something that someone has said or done. Answering softly or remaining calm in the face of adversity can also be a challenge. The one who chose his battles wisely has always higher EQ. When you maintain a calm and positive state of mind, you can express yourself with greater clarity and accurately interpret the emotions of others. 3. Motivation. Do you have clear goals for what you want to achieve? Are you committed to taking the steps to achieve those goals? Emotionally intelligent people are motivated by things more than just money and fame. They follow their passion and purpose to feel fulfilled on a deeper level. It's mostly the negative energy within us that stops us from doing what we want to do. We all have a private commentary going on in our heads, but it's what we do with it that matters. It's natural to think of the consequences of our actions, but if we're perpetually debilitated by thoughts of what may happen, it can stand in the way of us pursuing our goals. So, the more motivation you can keep bringing in yourself, the higher EQ you will have. 4. Empathy. Are you good at reading people? Do you consider yourself intuitive and sensitive to the emotional needs of others? When you sense that someone is upset, you respond with greater care and concern. When someone is feeling hopeless, you offer positive encouragement to lift their spirits. You're aware of someone's emotional needs and react accordingly. There is a very famous quote, "A hero is born among 100. A wise man is found among 1,000, but an accomplished one might not be found even among 100,000 men." An accomplished man is who can see with the eyes of another, who can listen with the ears of another, and who can feel with the heart of another. So, if you have the skill of empathy, means you can feel the exact point of view. That why the other person is behaving so and so, then you can never get upset because of anyone or any outer circumstances. 5. Social skills. Do you make friends easily? Are you a skilled communicator and negotiator? Would you consider yourself a people person? True emotional intelligence goes beyond understanding your own emotions. You must be able to apply that emotional knowledge in your day-to-day interactions and learn how to connect with others on a social level. So, if your emotional abilities aren't in hand, if you don't have self-awareness, if you are not able to manage your distressing emotions, if you can't have empathy and have effective relationships, then no matter how smart you are not going to get very far.